you been there long? I trust that you slept pretty well from your endeavours at your party last night. Yeah, I assumed that you didn't wish to be woken with breakfast this morning, even though I was tempted to make you yet another very delicious breakfast, like all your other breakfasts. So I thought I would just skip straight over to luncheon for you, if that would be suitable for you. Indeed, yeah. So, of course, I know that it is 2:30 in the afternoon, and you've just got up, have you? I apologize. I should have known that you were getting up. No. That is what I do. I like to make sure that everything is prepared for you and ready for you. But I see that you have done your best job there to get dressed and look presentable, and you found your way in the kitchen once again. This is becoming a far too regular occurrence. So, as you're here, what would you like me to muster you up? Something to make you feel nice and fulfilled, something comforting, something warm, something relaxing. I did think that perhaps I'd make you one of your favorite sandwiches today, or two of them rather. I was just preparing all of the ingredients here and everything that I needed. Yeah, so good, I'm glad to hear it. And would you want to stay here and perhaps just relax and watch me make it all? It would be an absolute pleasure for you to remain here, and I'd be more than happy to make it in front of you. It's very therapeutic, especially if you're as hungover as you look. Well, I'm sure a sandwich is exactly what you need at the moment for your breakfast luncheon. Yeah, I know it is half two. Not lunch normally is at 12:30 for you, but I thought you'd still probably want it. Good. Indeed. Yeah, I know it was quite an eventful night for you last night, and you might have had a few too many drinks. Yeah, so you're probably just a little bit tired, but what I would say is that I'll prepare you the sandwich, and then we'll get it all nice and ready for you. I'll pack it up for you, and whether you wish to go out and see some daylight for the first time in the last couple of weeks, or perhaps you would like to just take it back upstairs into your bedroom and perhaps just eat it in bed. And that will give me a little bit of time to prepare your bed for you as well. Excellent, both options, you'll see. Great. So, I'm going to make you your lovely, delicious sandwich, if that's okay. Great. Well, these are, I know, one of your favorites. After you've been out and busy throughout the night. So, I thought we'd get started with something just right for you. So, I made sure that I went to the locals to get your fresh ingredients. This is one of your favourite loaves, the wholemeal. It's sort of farmhouse, but not quite. And this does make for a perfect sandwich. So, I think everything's prepared. You're feeling nice and relaxed there. If you need me to get anything for you, it would be my pleasure to do so. So don't feel bad about interrupting me. It's, of course, what I like to do is to make sure you've got everything you need to make you feel great all of the time. Good. So we've got some really lovely fluffy bread here, and you could tell it's a really nice loaf, how it retains its shape once you've cut it. It's a beautiful, tasty loaf, so I cut it further down in the middle so you get the full extent of the size of this particular loaf. So I'm going to do 2 medium sizes for this. So, perfect thickness there, and really light and fluffy. That's going to be the perfect end pieces for your lovely sandwich here. So, look at that, how perfectly aligned they are. They're the perfect height, symmetrical, and this is the basic foundation for a perfect sandwich to begin with. So, I know that you like your sandwiches in a very particular way, so you like to have your base layer of tomato ketchup here. So we'll get up here, give it a little shake here. What we'll do, we'll just add a little base layer here. And then we'll get our knife and just spread a thin layer across your sandwich, so you don't want to tarnish the flavour completely for your sandwich, but you want the bread to soak it up a little. So the first ingredient that we're going to add here is a little bit of cucumber, nice and thinly sliced for you. So bring back your sandwich, then we're just going to add it on top. And because cucumber is quite watery, we put it on the bread as the breads can handle that and soak it up a little bit. Okay, so that's perfect there. So whilst we're on the greens there, get one of your favourites out here, pre-cut gherkins for your sandwich. That's what we do. Get one out here, and we're just going to lay it down here, and another one just going to pull out. It's all nice and pickled, and this will really add lots of nice flavour to your sandwich. So what we're going to do is cover your sandwich with the meat. So this is chicken tikka slices here, and it's going to add a lot of flavour to your sandwich, but we're going to make sure that sandwich is going to still taste very healthy. Just break it down into pieces here so it's not too big. I know that you like your sandwiches exceptionally well stacked, so that's very moderate amount of chicken meat there for your sandwich. Okay, I'm going to pour that down here. Now we're going to add something a little bit flavoursome in there. So, a bit of onion, fresh onion of course. We don't need too much. So the onion could be a little bit strong, so we're only going to have a little bit of onion on there. I'm not going to dice it, but just chop it. Then whilst we get a little bit teary-eyed, just kind of place it on top of your sandwich, sprinkle it on there, and that is going to taste very, very delicious when you bite into it. So we've got a lot of nice flavors going on there with this perfect sandwich for you at the moment, and hopefully this is certainly going to make you feel a lot better and more awake there. So what we're going to do next, we're just going to give it a little sprinkling of some of your favorite onion rings here. So just place them in here. So what we do, we get some of your favorite crisps here. So you've got your lovely onion rings, okay, and then some of your teddy bear crisps, your favorite. And then finally, one of your favorites, some pickled onion monster munch. So what we want to do with these is crunch them all up to make nice little crispy bits to sprinkle on top of your sandwich. So we've got a rolling pin here, wrap it up and just gently pressing down. And then what we'll do, now that we've got them nice and rolled over, we'll place them in the middle here, pull it over, bring over your sandwiches here. Take a nice little amount of sprinkle on top of your sandwich so you get those lovely flavours in there from your favourite crisps, which you of course swear by. And now they're in your sandwich, but in a more luxurious, professional way, a way which a butler would put it in your sandwich, and not very crudely as you would probably try to do yourself. Okay. So that's looking nice and crisped up there. So residual pieces, just going to tuck them away in my mouth. There we go. So you can see your sandwich is really beginning to take shape, but we've still got part of the process to do. So I know that you like garlic, so we're going to add 1 clove of garlic. exceptionally good for you. And with a hangover such as yours, I'm sure this is going to do wonders for making you feel back to normal. I like to make sure that I've got all possible things accounted for in your perfect sandwich that you enjoy. Okay, I'm going to take those bits. Okay, and only just a small amount here. Just going to grate some of that garlic. Onto your sandwich. There we go. So it will have that garlic hit in there, but it's going to be no more than what you would get with garlic bread. It's going to be very refreshing for you. There are just a couple more things I'd like to add in there. A little bit of sesame seeds just on the top. And yeah, just a quick sprinkle of ginger on the top. That really does add with all the flavors of your sandwich. And then a little bit of rosemary. And finally, some pepper. A little bit of a squeeze of lemon. On top. Okay, and then finally what we're going to layer on top, just a little bit more vegetables here for you. So I've got two nice peppers. Would you have a preference? Do you like yellow or the red there? You would like the red, okay, of course. So we'll get our pepper. What we'll do, we'll just do a small bit. There we go. Just place that there. And what I'll do here is just cut some small pieces to put on your sandwich. Like that. Just to wrap it around both of the pieces there. They're nice long bits of pepper. And we won't go too overboard with that. Couple of pieces will suffice just nicely. What I'm going to do now, just a little bit of lettuce here as well. Just a little bit on top there, and a little bit on top there. Not too much, just enough to give that nice, satisfying lettuce crunch, which I know you like in your sandwiches. Okay, That's looking good. Right. And finally, so that is looking exceptionally delicious there. So what we're going to do is just get a little bit more ketchup here. Just to cement it all in place on one side here. And then again on the other side. Gently as she goes. Here, a little bit more pepper. And then just a touch of balsamic dressing here. Only a small amount, just enough on top here. Look at that, perfect. And then, just to finish off your sandwich, just going to place a couple of your favorites here. Okay, so just one there, one there, one there, and one there. Now, all that is required is to place it together. So, just going to get my hand, push down gently, create that little island effect. There we go. Perfect. Looks so delicious, and I'm sure you're going to really, really enjoy it. So, we've got our sandwich here, and I'm going to bring it and merge them together quickly. There we go. Now, I'm going to take away all the excess pieces so we have a nice clean sandwich here for you, and you will find that it's going to be exceptionally delicious. I'm just going to put this in the drawer. And this. Now, look at that for one exceptionally very delicious, perfect lunchtime sandwich here for you. So you may notice we've got a great amount of layers here, evenly spread on both sides of the sandwich, perfectly merged together. So I'm just going to make sure that it's all intact there. And that is looking really good. So all that is required is to wrap it up there for you. Is that what you would like? Excellent. Of course I'll do it for you. But before I wrap it up there for you, I take it you're not wanting to eat this in full, such as this. I'm sure you would like to have some sort of etiquette, and I would like to make sure that I can help you with that. So perhaps you would like me just to cut it in half there for you? Would you like triangles? Would you like squares? Would you like rectangles? A triangle would state that is a great choice. Then just going to open that up. Delicious. Now, I know it's always a little bit of a feat to try and get this in your mouth, even for one bite, but I know that these sandwiches are certainly your favorite. Okay, let's get this sandwich, perfect sandwich, wrapped up for you. So we're just going to place that on there. just put these excess bits in the drawer. In your drawer, leisure. So, you have completed your 2 perfect sandwiches. Hopefully able to cure that little hangover that you seem to be dealing with right now. So what I'll do, I can take this upstairs to you, get it prepared, just give your bed a bit of a refresh, make it up a little bit, so you'll be nice and relaxed in there, so you can perhaps fall asleep like you normally do after your late lunches, straight in bed again. Good. I'm glad that is sounding just right up your street right now. Well, thank you so much for coming into the kitchen today and making this with me. It's been an awful lot of fun for me as your butler to go through the process with you of how I make your perfect sandwiches. Now you know the secret, so if you ever feel like you want to make me one, then of course be my guest. I just, of course, don't even think about doing it. I'm your butler. So I'm going to get these taken up to your room. I'm going to get some fresh drink up there and perhaps cure that little hangover of yours. Well, it is nearing 3:15 at the moment, so I expect you're probably wanting to eat something by now, as you're probably a little bit hungry. Great. So if you'd just like to make sure there's anything else that you would like me to bring up, or is it just the hangover perfect sandwiches for you? Just the sandwiches, great. So I'm going to take this upstairs and I'll come down and let you know when it's all ready for